I think he feels reasonably confident of a win. I expect he thinks there'll probably be some loss in some seats, but I think he is confident enough to think he'll win. But some in the party, I think, to gee up the voters, are saying this may not be as easy as we think. So there's a little bit of hesitation within the party, I think.
Well, it might not be so easy. What strategies are opposition groups using to topple him?
Certainly. This time around, the major progressive parties have kind of put on a unity ticket in several of the electorates, so that instead of splitting the progressive vote, they're nominating one candidate from amongst them, hopefully to encourage voters to vote for them and hopefully improve the numbers there. That's why there's, this time around, just in terms of what the numbers will be finally, there's a little bit of, I guess for us, uncertainty into how that will impact the end result.
And how significant an issue is the handling of the pandemic, and how might that determine the results?
I think with Kishida this time being the face, although people haven't forgotten about the pandemic, I think if Suga had still been the front runner, there's that direct connection. Even if Kono Taro had become Prime Minister, he did run the vaccine rollout. I think that would be an immediate reminder, whereas with Kishida, during the pandemic itself, he might have been, you might say, a step backwards, a step back from the front line. And so people might be thinking, well, maybe that's not too bad. And also, we've had an incredible decrease in numbers, in case numbers in Tokyo over the last couple of weeks. And the last of the restrictions that were put in place during the state of emergency have been lifted, and people are finally able to go out. The bars and restaurants and entertainment areas are able to get back to normal hours. And although we're all a little bit cautious about what that means, I think people are probably going to say, well, maybe for now the pandemic is okay, and it will still be a factor, but I don't think it'll be a deciding factor as such.
It is great to hear that many are experiencing more freedoms. How has Japan managed to bring down its COVID numbers so significantly since the last wave during the Olympics and Paralympics?
Certainly, during the Olympics, when it got up to 5,000, we were all quite concerned about how this was going to go. And this sudden drop in the last few weeks, it's really puzzling even the experts. I mean, I'm just a political scientist, so I'm far from understanding the details of it. But a lot of epidemiologists' reports that I've been reading, they really don't have an explanation at the moment. Suffice to say that even though the restrictions have been lifted, we all still continue to wear our masks outside. We continue to social distance. We continue to use hand sanitizer and so on. Even here at university, that's still very much the rules for us. So all those things still are very much a part of it, which maybe keeping it down.
Yeah, those really important hygiene practices are making a difference, it seems. But the handling of the economy, though, will also weigh on voters' minds. Do you think more so than the pandemic?
In recent polling, asking people what are going to be the key issues that will decide your vote, most people, well, the highest response has been for economic issues, tied in with the response to the pandemic and what that has meant for people who've lost their jobs or substantial income and so on over the time. So there's certainly a link between the two, but no, people are looking for a stronger economic performance, I think, and that's probably where the Liberal Democratic Party sort of edges ahead of the opposition parties.
Okay.
People still have that sense that, they sort of do the economy a little bit better, I guess.
Well, we look forward to finding out the result when we return on Monday. Donna Weeks, thanks for joining us.
Thank you.